tiempo lo dirá. No dudes de mí. Es complicado de entender si tú no estás ahí. No puede amanecer. Que algún día volveré, el tiempo lo dirá. No dudes de mí. Es complicado de entender si tú no estás ahí. No puede amanecer.
Good morning once again. Just to give you an update that the entourage is just busy touring the display stations. They should be here in few minutes time. So we are all requested that as they enter with the deputy minister, will all rise as a show of respect. They will be coming a few minutes from now. Thank you.
You're free.
Shall we? Just
No, you can sit. I think the mayor is not coming.
just confirm that with me. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Greetings to the Deputy Minister and the leadership that we have up front here. My name is Edzisanin Ndou, and I'm directing the program. I almost said I will be the program director. I'm already directing the program. So yes, we are starting with our program as it is. If you have a smartphone, you can just scan and then you will have a program. If you are using a dumb phone, you will follow the program director. I will assist you. Thank you so much. I will be calling somebody to do the opening and welcome. Mr. Frederick Dedricks will come up front here to do the opening and welcome. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everybody. It's a great pleasure to welcome some of our special guests this morning. And the first person that we want to welcome is obviously the man of the moment, the Deputy Minister of Higher Education and Training. He's the man of the moment, and he's going to rise and you're going to clap your hands when we welcome Boetie Masafella. It's a little bit different to the other protocols that we have, so you don't mind, we changed the program a little bit. The Mayor of Saldanha Bay Municipality, on my left, Councillor Andre Truter. And then the two DGs. DDG is Mr. Zaki Mavella and Sam Zunga. Can you stand? Zungu, Zungu. I'm from Mozambique. Sometimes the pronunciations is difficult. And then we have the ward councillor here, if he is here, Mr. Kweba. Thank you. And then a special guest is the Chemical Engineering Education and Training Authority, CEO, the Honourable, the handsome Mr. Pillay. And then we have the lady who's the chairperson of the Chieta board, Ms. Koza. And then from the West Coast College, ladies and gentlemen, I present you the principal of the West Coast College, Mr. Lungisa. The other TVET colleges principals that you are present here, can you all rise? Any principal from the other colleges? Can you rise? Yes, welcome them as well. The lady is all the way from Bloemfontein. Isn't that great, eh? And they manufacture boats in Bloemfontein. And then we have the neighboring school principals that are here. Welcome. Our community and non-governmental stakeholders, our industry partners present here today, members of the media, members of the Chieta staff, our college representative, West Coast College staff, all students attending the ceremony. Can all the students stand that we can see you? All the students, can you stand? And we're going to give you a big hand. You may be seated. I would like to welcome you all on this day, a day of celebration, a day of reflection, a day that we can see as the starting point for all these students who have taken up the baton and decided to run this race in the coded welding space. We are standing on hallowed ground. We are standing on the Friedenberg campus of the West Coast College. When our Creator said, "Let there be light," He actually meant the Friedenberg West Coast College. Because now in this dark times of load shedding, who do we need? We need the Friedenberg West Coast College to eradicate the load shedding in our midst. We want to say a big thank you to the Premier who has generated this green energy training initiative, our solar photovoltaic farm that will bring the needed skills to our community, and the areas will hopefully assist in the eradication of load shedding in the near future through renewable energy, as well as the home of the world skill South African bronze medalist in 2022 and the Center of Specialization in Pipe Fitting. This campus has been identified as a key skills development player in Saldanha Bay's Industrial Development Zone and is channeling many resources to help fulfill that mandate that will develop the skills needed to develop the area and the community that it serves. In a world where technology advancement is seen daily and coding is becoming its own language that can be used to communicate with this technology, it was indeed a great marriage of these two that we can bring change and growth, as well as introduce new skills in new areas of skills development in our country that has many opportunities but little who wants to take up the challenge. Today, we salute each student, each one who gave their best and succeeded, but also each one who tried and failed, as we know that failure will continue to push you forward to reach your goal. In the space, make you determined to beat your best. West Coast College, on behalf of all the colleges who participated, would like to say well done to all the students who completed the program, and we wish you all well in the future. Take every opportunity you get, not only to grow your skills, but to use your skills, and others you will be taught to help build the area and produce that we can produce for this province and for the country we so dearly love. So from all of us at West Coast College and our staff and our students, we welcome you today. Thank you.
Another round of applause. What a welcome. Thank you so much for such a wonderful welcome. I will request that we will all rise as the college choir will be leading us in singing the national anthem. I hope they are ready. Wow, wonderful. We can do better than that. Such a wonderful melodic voices. Thank you so much for the song. We really enjoyed. I will be calling upon Mr. Andrew Truter, who's the mayor, who's just going to give us the message. Let us put our hands together as he comes to the podium.
Program Director, you made it easy for me. You gave such a grand introduction to each person present, so I'm going to condense mine a little bit and just say, DM, welcome. Welkom op die Weskus. We don't talk about the West Coast here, because there's a West Coast of Australia, there's a West Coast of America. This is Weskus. So welcome to the Weskus. No. This is the best Weskus. So, you know, when you can be anywhere in the world, you can be in Timbuktu, or you can be in Trinidad, or you can be right here. When you talk about the Weskus, they know where you're talking about. So welcome to you, Mr. Pillay. I was taught last time, Program Director, you don't say Chieta, you say Chieta. So I've remembered that. And then also Ms. Khoza, Program Director of note herself as well, led some brilliant discussions on the green hydrogen field. I think both you and Mr. Pillay can get yourself a house here now. We see so often of you, so you're welcome. Great oysters, great black mussels, and best of all, beautiful people here on the West, op die Weskus. To everyone out there, goeiemorgen, good morning, sawubona, molweni, dumelang. Hold on, am I at a funeral? Môre? Ek kan julle nie hoor nie. Môre? Say bye better. Good morning. Molweni. There you go. It's going up. It's improving. So let me start off by saying, Program Director, everybody that I've missed, Councillor, good to see you here. Good to see you on the mend and up and strong again. Let me just say all protocol observed. And DM, thank you very much. We feel privileged when we see people come from national government and come and bless us here with your presence. Please carry my greetings to the Minister. Tell him we missed him. And tell him he must come and visit soon. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to extend a warm welcome, a Weskus welcome, to all in attendance here today. A special word of welcome to our guest of honor, the Honourable Deputy Minister of Higher Education, Science and Innovation, Mr. Buti Manamela. It is indeed an honor to attend this closing ceremony of the Blended Learning through Coded Welding Skills Program. As we honor the cohort of students who've just completed this groundbreaking course, I have no doubt that this program and others like it will go from strength to strength and revolutionize the way we approach skills development and programs in this digital era. It is thus, I would thus like to extend a huge note of gratitude to Chieta, CEO, for this vision and drive that culminated in the establishment of this program and partnership with the Saldanha Bay Municipality to make this initiative indeed a reality. This partnership extends well beyond just a partnership with the municipality. It is a partnership with our community of our area who have benefited from this amazing initiative. It is truly heartening that Chieta has stepped up and embraced the challenge of developing skills and development programs that are harnessing the opportunities presented by the digital transformation. And in so, are paving and proving instrumental in bridging the digital divide. You know, a digital divide's not a word often used here on the Weskus. We talk about snoek and bokoms and things like that. But this municipality, DM, often punch well above its weight when it comes to innovation. So it's through programs like this that Chieta is paving the way in training service providers to accelerate digital-based skills, development strategies that can reskill, that can transskill, and that can upskill large numbers of students and workers. This will ultimately enable them to take up opportunities with existing companies, or even better, to start your own new business. I'm going to stop my speech there and just touch on that. There's often a stigma to an artisan, thinking that it is a lesser employment place. Well, let me tell you what, an underwater welder overseas, which is in very high demand, young men, they will earn upwards of 120,000 Rand a month. That is the opportunities. The reality is a really well-trained artisan will earn more than what an attorney or sometimes even a doctor earns. And that is the future that lies in front of you. So when you tackle these courses, don't think you're a second-grade citizen. You are the future of this country. And it's actually, this day is not about me, it's not about the DM, it's about you. Because when I look across the tables, what am I looking at? Students? No. I'm looking at the future of South Africa. And I'm passionate when I see that we equip them in such a way. To this end, Chieta commitment has been unwavering. The Training Authority last year opened the very first Smart Skills Centre just down the road in our beautiful Saldanha Bay. And that's the first one in South Africa. Not only am I extremely proud that Chieta chose to kick off this revolutionary project on our doorstep, but I'm also confident that this will bring real and tangible benefits to our local community. We so often DMC training programs and all it produces is a certificate. And a certificate cannot put a salary on the table and it doesn't taste nice when you eat it. But when you equip somebody with such amazing skills, where they can change the future of not only themselves but also of their families. Lastly, I would like to extend a word of gratitude and indeed congratulations to you students who've completed this inaugural blended learning course for coded welding. As you know, coded welders have a better chance of finding good quality employment, as they have skills needed to work in a highly regulated environment and other similar sectors. As such, it is really my wish and my prayer to wish you all the best for the future. Let us continue to work hand in hand, DM, to change the lives of our people by creating well-paid, sustainable employment for our community and our labor force out there. I would like to wish you all, and especially to you students, to go out there and grab this opportunity. Be the master of your own destiny. Because whether you think you will fail or not, you will always be right. Thank you very much. Thank you, DM.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor, for such wonderful and inspiring words, not only to the students, but to all of us. We really thank you for that. I will be calling upon the CEO of Chieta. I need to emphasize that Chieta, not Chieta, right? Mr. Yeshin Play. He will be coming up front here to do a presentation on the pilot project report. Now, Mr. Pillay is a well-accomplished CEO, a trailblazer of note, a hard worker, a person who's making things happen and he's an example of good leadership from people who are still young. And we really appreciate his leadership. He's running a very tight ship at Chieta. You only see results wherever you go. He's leaving footprints all over. And we really appreciate that. I thought I should just give that background. He's involved in a whole lot of things that are really changing and making an impact in this country. Let us put our hands together for the CEO.
Thank you, Mr. Ndo, for that lovely welcome. Jamie, just means that, you know, when a board member speaks like that and the chairperson, my performance bonus is going to be good this year. So I'm looking forward to that. But thank you, Program Director. And it's not just about that. I think you've really mentioned that we are driven by impact. Let me greet Mr. Zizani Ndo, who is a board member of the chemical CETA or Chieta. I know that the chairperson will speak more about this, our application to be called the chemical CETA team, so that we're not referred to as cheaters. She doesn't like that at all, so we shouldn't refer to us as cheaters. We are the chemical CETA or Chieta, and I just wanted to say thank you, Mr. Ndo. Let me greet the Deputy Minister of Higher Education, Science and Innovation, the Honorable Buti Manamela, our Chairperson of the Chemical CETA Chieta Governing Board, Ms. Wezi Koza, Prof. Putsisi, who is the President of SAPCO, and also one of the collaborating TVET colleges. Let me greet all the chairpersons and principals of all the 6 TVET colleges who are present, DDG Zungu and DDG Mvalo from the department, who really have played an instrumental role, Mr. Manuel Mbue from the QCTO, who is also one of our collaborating partners here. And I've also seen Mr. Patrick Lakabane, who's here from the Saldanha Bay IDZ. Welcome, Patrick, one of our very important collaborators in skills development and training. And to all our esteemed learners, members of the media, and distinguished guests. So what I wanted to do was just to be very brief, and we thought graphically sometimes it's better to see the results of what impact is this program making in your lives and in the lives of the community. But before I do that, and it's a very quick presentation that we'll use on the screens very quickly to show you graphically what the picture looks like, I just think it's important to say a few words about who really made this happen and why. So why is this so important? Well, the Chemical Industries Education and Training Authority, or Chieta, is an entity in the Department of Higher Education and Training, reporting to the Minister and the Deputy Minister of Higher Education, Science and Innovation. And so what this means is that overall leadership is provided to us as a CETA by the Minister, the Deputy Minister, and the Department. So we do not exist in isolation. As a CETA, we are part of an ecosystem called PSET ecosystem, the post-school education and training ecosystem. And in this ecosystem of education excellence, progress starts from the top. So yes, and we have a lot of our members of the media who are present. We are streaming this live on YouTube, on social media, etc. But as you raise issues, and most of it sometimes, unfortunately, on the PSET sector can be negative, with the DM who is here. But it's also important to give recognition when recognition is due. The leadership provided by the Deputy Minister, cascading down, has led to this program that you are on today. And we really want to acknowledge the leadership of the Deputy Minister Manamela, who has and must be commended in ensuring that artisans and artisans' development is an apex priority of government, and that 4IR technologies are leveraged so that you could experience the type of virtual reality training that you did, and so that we leverage this technology to be more innovative in driving the development of artisans in the country. So without visionary leadership, nothing gets done. Things don't happen. We end up being behind the curve as a country. So through this visionary leadership of dear Manamela, who has prioritized artisans and artisan development, we then, as a CETA and through the department, who has created the enabling legislation and framework for us Without an enabling legislation and framework, we cannot execute. We have been able to use that opportunity and prioritize the digital artisan, the decade of the digital artisan, the green artisan, as a SETA that is focused on innovation in skills development and training. And so the success that our board member, Mr. Ndo, speaks about in rolling out the first ever blended learning program for coded welders is the success of the Department of Higher Education and Training. It is the success of the PSET ecosystem. It is the success of the Deputy Minister. It is the success of the Minister. It is the success of government. Guided by the DIET and our governing board, which has played a central role in the success of this initiative. Now, I must give this recognition because I think it's very important that you understand how this came to be. Last night, one of my counterparts called me to say, how are you moving with such speed on some of these projects? Let's share, let's have a coffee and talk about it. But my first response was to say that because we have a good board. If you have a good board that supports the strategy and understands strategy formulation, strategy implementation, things happen. And that's why we are doing so well. That's why we are executing. That's why we are focused on the work that needs to get done so that your lives become better and the society becomes better. And so we are led by Ms. Bwezi Koza, very dynamic, very young, she's got more energy than I do. She just doesn't show it. But she keeps us on our toes as management and Mr. Ndo. And so what the board did is they developed an innovation strategy. And this innovation strategy was the basis of our innovation initiative to say, let's not just develop artisans, let's focus on digital artisans, let's focus on 4IR, let's look at technology and how to integrate technology. And so the grant, DM, that was actually funding this program was a grant that was approved by the board governing committee, the board grants committee, to fund your program as learners, to fund the TVET colleges programs. And as a SETA, we've allocated about 14.7 million rand worth of DG grants for welding in particular, because the industry needs it. And this is all because of the board of directors led by Ms. Bwezi Koza, which has given us the space and the opportunity to execute a strategy to make things happen. And so this execution took place under the guided management of Ms. Kedibone Morwane, who's sitting in the front here. Kedi, if you can stand up, I'd like you to stand up quickly. I know I'm not doing the vote of thanks, but please excuse me. And Mr. Joel Mapulane, where's Joel? There's Mr. Joel Mapulane on the quality assurance side. These two executives have been running a very tight ship as well. Siri is somewhere around here. I don't know where I saw Siri Makon. There's Siri Makonara as well, who has also been doing some excellent work here. And the event itself by Ms. Gloria Nyachi slept very late last year. So I don't want to be the vote of thanks, but I think it's important that you understand we don't work as individuals, and that's why things get done. There's a collective. We believe in collectivism. It's a team that has delivered this, working together with the department, with the ministry as a whole, and that's why things happen. That's why the results get delivered. And I could go on and on. But I thought that's very important to start with it, because this is collaboration between the Quality Council for Trade and Occupations, a SETA that's responsible for skills development and training, and 6 TVET colleges across the country, of which they will speak, and I think on the program, the representative will speak about the role of TVET colleges. And we really must thank our TVET colleges for working together with us, because this is collaboration in action. So we don't just talk about collaboration, we action it. So let me just quickly show you some of the work that we've been doing. This is on. Jim, I hope you can see, and members as well, but I'm not going to, we thought some of this is better represented through graphics and visuals. And so what we did is we conducted an evaluation study, because we wanted to understand, DM, what was the impact of this project? Did we actually make an impact, or was it for the sake of it? And so we issued a discretionary grant, which was approved for funding 6 TVET colleges, in order to measure what the impact of this study was and to make recommendations for better addressing blended learning. So what we've done is we've taken your feedback, and thank you, learners. We know you experience challenges. we've taken that feedback. I'm going to reflect on some of the feedback you gave us to better improve. Thank you for that. As well as the TVET colleges. So we've taken the perceptions and the experiences of TVET colleges and learners to improve this program going forward, because it was the first of its kind. It was a pilot program. So the next cohort should experience something much better so that they can do better as well. And to explore the feasibility of digitized skills development and training. This is the first of its kind in technical qualifications, DM. Other CETAs have used online learning, but for non-technical qualifications. It's the first time that we are experiencing with virtual technology for technical qualifications such as coded welding. And then we want to make some recommendations. So the approach we used was based on 3 components. It was the theory-based, and I know many of the learners know this. It was the practical assessments, which have been done. And then it was your non-destructive tests, so bend tests. And so double-coded welders, I know many of you here have gone through the two welding processes. Single-coded would have passed the one welding process, for example. So based on this approach, these are the results. We had 115 learners who enrolled, those of you who are here today. Of those 115, we had a completion of 82 who completed the course. And this is the point that we're also making, DM, is that many of those who did not complete were actually absorbed by industry. And the example of Bande, where we had almost 50 learners being taken by Sasol, because the demand for you is so high that employment is readily available. So if you're struggling to find jobs, something is remiss, something is wrong, because already the industry wants. So DDG Zungu was reminding me, DM, we seem to be going back to an old model where you do your theoreticals, you go into the workplace, you come back to finish your speciality and things. So that's seemingly where we're going, and it's being driven by need. It's being driven by the industry itself and not necessarily theory in terms of what's actually happening. So the throughput rate was 71.3%, which for a pilot study, an experiment, is quite good actually, that we had 71.3% going. What we want to focus on is improving this picture, DM, because we had 22 females and 93 males, so we only had 19% of women. But by the way, those women are the first women, you are the first women to have in a public sector be accredited as coded welders. And I think many of our colleagues, DM, agree that clearly we should have more, because 82% of women completed, whereas only 69% of males completed. So many of the women who registered, well done to you. Many of you did better in terms of completing. But we want to improve that 19%. So we are constantly looking for improvement here. 22 females, 93 males, we want to get that up to at least 50%, if not more, going forward. In terms of the gender spread for this. So what were our observations? This is information from you, and thank you once again for that. Colleges used very different platforms and strategies for the recruitment of learners into the program. We had resourcing of facilitation teams was not the same across colleges, so we had to insource some of the facilitators. And then we had different cost models, facilitation costs, the assessment costs, so we need to standardize that. Most colleges have strong infrastructure, but there is a need for maintenance, repairs, etc. And one of the common challenges was the procurement process for equipment and consumables. So I know DDG and Zunga and I were talking about, and DDG Valo, how do we work together to make this procurement process much more seamless and streamlined to improve that? And many learners entered for income purposes. Now, we don't want you to enter this program to just generate an income. And many of you did that. And as a result, because the stipend wasn't so high, DDG Mvalo, they left to find better income. So one of the things we're going to be doing is not only to increase the stipend. We will be increasing the stipend. But we also don't want you to do it for the sake of making money. Money is just an output. You need to focus on the input, which is what actually makes money. And that is your skills, your education, your experience, your networks, and so on. And that's what we want to drive going forward. So the feedback, just very quickly, from industry employers is that practical training must happen when coding takes place. We need more soft skills. So the mayor spoke about starting your own businesses. Just because you are a coded welder, it doesn't mean you can run your own business. So you therefore need a different set of entrepreneurial skills. And we want to look at how do we package this better for you so that you have entrepreneurial skills to start your own small business if you don't want to find employment. And we're also going to look at other skills. Cost planning, as I said, the stipend needs to be increased, which we are working on. The industry needs as well, and then resourcing, internet connectivity, and ensuring that you all have digital devices, etc. So, coming to the conclusions of what we are, some of the recommendations we are making is that career guidance will be strengthened. We will explore the use of relevant tools for the recruitment of learners into the program, for example, virtual welding machines. We will look at continuous development of facilitators as well. But we're also going to look at deepening the collaborations or partnerships. And we're going to track and trace these learners, DM, so that we can actually see where are they? Are they actually employed? Are they starting up their small businesses? And then explore a funding model where possible for assessor fees, etc. So the next steps is we're going to have a debriefing session with all the 6 participating colleges to discuss the following. 1, practical suggestions, best practices going forward. 2, quality assurance of the developed learning materials. Thirdly, we're going to look at possible related interventions for entrepreneurship, so you can start your own small businesses. And then we're going to look at tracking and tracing of the learners so that we can actually make an impact. So thank you once again for this. And as I conclude, Program Director, we believe we've done our part as government. And it's up to you to stand up, to step forward, and to seize the opportunity. So now it's all in your hands as learners. We will make the improvements as a CETA, as TVET colleges, working together as one PSET sector. And as we do so, we are suggesting and we are requesting that you equally have that capability to make sure that you seize the opportunity and you make the best for this that has been provided to you. Thank you very much, Program Director.
Thank you so much, CEO. Let's give him another round of applause for the wonderful work that he is doing as the leader of Chieta. And as he was presenting the numbers, I was looking at the dropout, 115 to 82. And I was like, it does not matter how you start. What matters is how you finish. That is why others fell on the roadside, but you are here and you've completed. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you, CEO. I will now be calling the Mr. DDG Sem Zungu to come and give us the value of industry institution partnership for TVET colleges. Let us give him a round of applause.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ndo, the director of the program. Let me extend my warmest greetings to our Deputy Minister, Honorable Manamela, fresh from a very heated debate in Parliament. His Worship, the Mayor of Saldanha Bay, Mr. Andre Truter, and other councillors that are here, the Deputy Director General responsible for skills, my esteemed Mr. Christopher Zugile Bafo Moshe Mvalo. So he always insists that I must call all his names, so that's why I'm doing that. The chairperson of Chieta, Ms. Vilagazi, the CEO, Mr. Yeshen Pillay, President of SAPO, Professor Putsitsi, where is she? Oh, she's here. Let me also greet the principal or the chair of council of West Coast, as well as the principal of West Coast, Mr. Mbulawa, and your entire senior management of the college, as well as the staff and your students. The other principals from the other colleges that I've seen here, who have left their provinces to come and support this great initiative, the senior management and officials of Chieta, the senior management from all the other colleges that are here, the student representatives that are here. I have not seen the SRC, but I'm sure they will be here. and very soon, DM, we're gonna be seeing them on the news. It's that time of the year. So we're gonna be addressing them. Let me also extend greetings to all the beneficiaries and the students that are here today. I've heard that there's also Mr. Mbuwe from QCTO. Where is he? Oh, he's here. Okay. I used to be in the board of QCTO DM together with the CEO. And one day we are sitting in the meeting, he's busy texting to say, Chairperson, I'm going to be leaving the board. I said, okay, where to? No, I'm still within the PSET. I'm joining Chieta. I said, hallelujah. And I knew this is the great work that we're going to be seeing. Let's give him a big round of applause. I'm glad, DM, that we did not lose him for him to get out of the sector, and he remained in the sector, and we can see the results of him remaining in the sector. And thank you for that. My greetings to the officials from our department. We have Mr. Madire, who deals with student matters, as well as Mr. Sonti, that are also here from the TVET branch. I'm not going to be long, DM, but let me just express my sincere words of gratitude that I'm being part of this very important august occasion that is held by Chieta. It's for the first time, Mr. Pillay, that I'm attending your event every time. I miss your events, and I'm happy that today I managed to make it through to this one, besides the difficulties that one has in trying to come here. We are excited with this project of blended learning through the coded welding skills that have started, and now we are saying congratulations to those that have started and they are now completing. I'm very delighted to be part of this, and also to provide my inputs on the importance of the industry partnerships for the TVET sector in particular. Program Director, please allow me to first congratulate the CEO of Chieta and his team for successfully implementing this pilot program in our 6 TVET colleges throughout the country. I am confident that the project has yielded the desired results in all the 6 participating colleges. Thank you to Chieta for fully embracing our DHET's digital transformation strategy that seeks to drive the use of technology not only in teaching and learning space, but fully fledged solutions, including how colleges can effectively and efficiently run their daily operations using technology. I was so impressed when I was taken through the welding simulator that we've seen today, and I was asking the gentleman that was demonstrating to say, how do we then teach our students to do the housekeeping? Mr. Leon Sneyman. DM, I'm seeing some of my former colleagues at Umfolos that are seated here. And I'm asking, in this simulated environment, how do you do the housekeeping? But I'm sure there has to be another simulated environment that is created so that students are taught. In welding, housekeeping is one of the key things, because you can't work in an environment that is not clean. As the department, we are investing heavily in technology going forward. DM, we have directed that the siege funds, which is used for infrastructure development and maintenance in our colleges, that part of that be channeled towards investment in the ICT infrastructure. This is again a way of trying to make sure that we make TVET colleges more exciting, particularly for our young people, because every single day as they wake up, the first thing that they touch is no longer going to brush your teeth. The first thing that they touch is to pick up their phone. And then they start engaging. As they are busy brushing their teeth, they are already even doing selfies and doing all of that. So we can then say to them that as they get into our institutions, then we must go back to the chalkboard, Dogodel, Remember the chalkboard, yeah. So we can't take them back there. So we really appreciate this partnership with Chieta that have brought the utilization of technology. The value of industry institution partnerships for TVET colleges can be summed up in one statement that is often made by both our Minister of Higher Education, Science and Innovation, Honorable Dr. Blaine Zimande, as well as our Deputy Minister, Honorable Manamela, on numerous platforms that TVET colleges, college management, especially principals, must know that they are not running TVET colleges of the past unless they make sure that they prioritize the building of partnerships with industry. The minister will always say, if you run a college that does not have partnerships, you are still running an FET. And I hope that West Coast Msembulawa is not an FET. It is a TVET college. The TVET college principals clearly know the position of the minister and that of the Deputy Minister on the issue of college industry partnerships, as they previously, as per the minister's directive, had given to the new performance agreements incorporating industry partnership as one of their key performance indicators. The decision was informed by the white paper for post-school education, which requires work-integrated learning to be central component of the college programs, and that the extent to which the students are able to get placements in the workplaces must be used as an important indicator for assessment or for assessing the performance of the management of the institution. The NDP emphasizes the importance of workplace-based training in job creation and the need for TVET colleges to become preferred institutions for vocational education and training. It also stresses the role of sector education and training, the SETAs, in supporting the development of relationship between educational institutions and employers. Program Director, is important to note that the college industry partnerships are in essence intended to generate benefits to students. The TVET colleges and business, this is an outward-looking focus with an eye towards value creation for the economy and society. The Economic Reconstruction and Recovery Plan, the RRP, emphasizes the need for industry training to be leveraged on the support to drive and to build and strengthen the required skills base. Therefore, employers cannot afford to be bystanders in the process of training artisans. It goes without saying that partnerships will inevitably lead to meaningful changes to traditional curriculum and instructional practices in TVET colleges. The integration of vocational and employment orientation goals in qualification is critical. This will ensure that the end product satisfies both the demand for skilled employees as well as the need for knowledgeable and engaged citizenry. Participation of industry in the training of students will bring close alignment between classroom learning and the world of work. I think the CEO was emphasizing the fact that some of the students that were part of this project had to drop out, not because they left the program, but they were absorbed immediately. It means they will spend time in the workplace, but they will still be able to continue with their studies. For the prosperity of individual citizens as well as the economy at large, industry must be involved in every aspect of life at the TVET college. Program Director, as I move towards closer, it is clearly evident that partnerships generate institution-wide changes in the college strategic planning, resource allocation, and performance. I previously shared with college principals that one of the key indicators that we intend to use to assess the performance of the TVET college is the number of partnerships that the college has established. The expectation is that the students who complete TVET college programs offered in partnerships with industry will possess the requisite skill that meet the needs of the employer, improve regional national competitiveness, and earn a family sustaining wage, as well as prepared for the further learning. Through establishment of college industry partnerships, employers are guaranteed of a supply of large pool of students that are talented, a large pool of TVET college graduates with relevant and skills and experience that they can choose from. Ladies and gentlemen, you will have heard His Excellency, the President of the country, in his SONA address, where he pronounced last year that we are going to place 10,000 young people from the TVET colleges. That number has since increased to 20,000 of the unemployed graduates into the workplaces, and we are working towards at the department in achieving that target. In conclusion, I would like to thank once more the board and management of Chieta for this wonderful initiative. I'm quite certain that the lessons that we have learned on this program will be entrenched in our daily operations to enhance a learning experience of our students, but that it will also assist us to produce graduates with the relevant skills required by the economy. To the students and beneficiaries of this fantastic program, we are so very proud of you, especially the fact that we have the majority of you being the female students that are embarking on this project. DM, there's a particular skill in welding as well as in spray painting. Ladies, particularly in spray painting, they are the best. Simply because they have to combine different colors to give a particular color of a car. Now, you know very well that you and I are colorblind as men. And if ladies are the ones that are involved, they are very, very particular in terms of mixing the correct colors, but also very particular in terms of being detailed. Unlike us, we want to rush. Even in a car wash, I don't go to a car wash that is run by the guys. I prefer to go to the ladies' one because I know that car will be very, very clean. Because they are very detailed, they are not rushing, pushing things. So we want to say congratulations to all of you. The country needs you, especially the coded welders. If we are reminded of what happened in 2010, where we were to import coded welders, thank you, Chieta, for ensuring that the country does not find itself back in that situation where we were. We need you, and congratulations. Go out and represent us there. Thank you very much, Program Director.
Thank you, DDG, and thank you so much for the wonderful speech. I was laughing when you were acknowledging people here, and you say chairperson of Chieta, Ms. Vilakazi. I looked at her and she was smiling. Thank you so much. We are moving on with our programs. Ladies and gentlemen, I just have to announce that our mayor here is having an emergency that he have to attend to. So he will be leaving soon, so that we all understand that he's not just leaving. There is an emergency that he has to attend to. Thank you so much. We'll be calling upon Mr. Emmanuel Mbue from QCTO, who will be coming here to speak on the developments on digitized assessment and certification. Let us give him a round of applause.
Much appreciated, Program Director, Mr. Ndou. I would like to start by honoring our Deputy Minister, the Mayor, for welcoming us, our DDGs, all chairs who are here, all principals, all CEOs, and all senior management and staff, all protocols observed. My name is Emmanuel Mbue from the QCTO, which is one of the Department of Higher Education and Training entity. I'm standing here on behalf of our CEO, Mr. Vijay Naidu, who could not make it today. Indeed, today is an exciting day to witness the successful partnership between the Department of Higher Education and Training, its entities, industries, and other stakeholders to roll out the first e-learning coded welding program. Traditionally, if we talk about e-learning and welding, it seems like things that are far apart. because welding, you need to really weld. But Chieta, its partners and industry has managed to pull this one off, and we expect to see similar projects going forward. In this coded welding, e-learning coded welding program, there is theory, there is practical, and there is workplace experience that has been experienced by all these learners. So e-learning was done where it is possible. For instance, in theory, there is an element of theory that was done online. On practicals, there was an element of practicals that was done using e-resources, as we have seen with those gadgets that our experienced guys were demonstrating. And then there was work experience where these learners went and did actually weld the real things. So us as the Quality Council for Trade and Occupation, we are satisfied that the quality of these learners meets standard. These learners, each and every one of them, if you give them the real project to weld, they are going to be able to do that welding. So I just want to say we have received most of the results of the learners who have successfully completed their training, and the team is at the moment quality assuring those results, and QCTO certifications will follow very soon. Those certificates can be used for seeking employment. They can be used to claim credits on other higher level welding qualifications, where, let's say, for instance, if the qualification is 3 years or a trade, the portion that you have done already, you can claim it and then you get credit for it. So I'm looking forward to see this program to be expanded to other programs. There was an idea of an underwater welding. I heard the chairperson and the CEO had that one. They're going to be starting a project soon. I believe that. So we are looking forward to partnership on that project as well, because as we know, we are training for employment and self-employment. Our DDG spoke about the entrepreneurship qualification that is going to better equip these learners for entrepreneurship. There is also a program for entrepreneurship which we need to talk with our partners and we ensure that the learners get exposed to it so that they don't sit there with the certificate waiting to be employed. They can go out there and make a difference and participate to the economy. So I would like to congratulate all of you, and those who haven't completed all the modules, please carry on, go and complete all those modules. And we are looking forward to see your participation to the economy. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Mbue. Let's give him another round of applause. Thank you so much. I will now be calling my chairperson of Chieta, Ms. Wezi Koza. She will be coming up front here. She's a well-accomplished leader, a good leader. I have learned a lot since I started working with her in the board. She has done everything. I'm not going to read the whole bio, but I will just summarize it. She's well qualified. She's been there, done that, and you know, she's been in different boards, giving leadership. She's been coaching leaders. She's been in leadership and whatsoever, and above all, she is a co-author of the book called "Women in Leadership: Breaking the Glass Ceiling." So please go and get that. It's a very good book. I have read it. Go and read it as well, especially ladies, so that you understand. So let us put our hands together for chairperson of Chieta, Ms. Wezi Koza.
Thank you very much, Etsisani. His name is Etsisani Ndo. He always reminds me that he is not Daniel, he is Etsisani. Thank you very much. I would like to take the opportunity to greet our Honorable Deputy Minister of Higher Education, Science and Innovation, our Honorable Mr. Buti Manamela. And I would, in absentia, I'm also greeting Mr. Andre Trutter, who has become our partner, and we are already joined in the hip because we are not coming here for the first time to do the good things, thanks to our CEO and his team. And I would also like to take this opportunity to greet our esteemed Mr. Christopher Bafo Zukile Valo. And then at this moment, I would like to actually pay revenge to our DDG for TVET College branches to baptize him as Mr. Sam Koza. Okay, that is Mr. Sam Zungu. Thank you very much. And then Mr. Emmanuel Mbue also, our Chief Director, Occupational Quality Assurance, and our, where is he? Mr. Fredericks. Behind me, yes, there he is, our Portuguese guy. And then Derek Fredericks, who is the college council chairperson. And from our college representatives, I will start with my newly acquired friend, the boss lady of the principals of TVET colleges, that is Prof. Dips Putitsi. I would like her to stand up because she's a woman of esteemed qualities. And then she is the boss lady of the TVET colleges. I was sitting with her and she was actually showcasing the achievements that which Muteo College has actually achieved. And I told her that I'm committing myself to commit our CEO to make Muteo the next stop, you know, for our, and I know once I'm talking, he's the catch me if you can, he's definitely going to move on with it. And then I would also like to welcome also Mr. Lungisa Mbulawa of the West Coast College. And then Mr. Muswaba, Dr. Muswaba, College of Cape Town, here he is. And then also Mr. Puchi Mudiba, Kharsibande, there he is. And Mr. Elias Mutlalepula, Toteti, he's also sitting there from Maluti TVET College. And now these are colleges that which the CEO has indicated that we've got a strong relationship with. And thanks to that, we also have got our stakeholders who participated in the coded welding program. They may not be here, but it's important for us to actually acknowledge them because they are a big part of this initiative. We've got Ms. Masiho Siane from Sosol, Mr. Muzi Ndlovu, Sosol again, Ezekiel Kutwane from Anglo-American, Oscar Mdluli from Sosol, Kevin February from Mesita, and also our chamber chairpersons, Mr. Innocent Makagula, from ourselves as Chieta, and Paulus Mwabi, also from Chieta. They are our chamber chairpersons. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm extremely honored to actually have this opportunity to address you on this auspicious occasion of the official closing of Chieta's pilot project, which is the blended learning through coded welding skills. Now, it's a very big step in reaching our overarching goal of harnessing technology and innovation to reconstruct and rebuild our country through the use of capable, responsive environment for skills development and training. And when we say responsive, it means that now whatever initiative that is driven from the president's office right up to the minister's offices, we are responsive to the cause that which they make in order for us to change the trajectory in as far as South Africa is concerned. As we've already heard, this highly successful project was the result of the Department of Higher Education, Science and Innovation campaign for SETAs to turn the COVID-19 pandemic-related challenges into digital training opportunities. Now, Chieta did rise to the occasion and the challenge, as we are well aware that the modern era necessitates faster digital transformation and automation of work processes, with which come new skills requirements. And I would love to add, as you would know, life does not offer warranties, no guarantees. It actually offers possibilities and opportunities. And it is this moment where Chieta seized the opportunity and to turn the misfortune of the COVID-19 pandemic into an opportunity, just like Ram Emmanuel once said, never let a catastrophe go to waste. And then he was actually expanding on Winston Churchill's quotation of not letting a good crisis go to waste. And we know that COVID-19 was not a good crisis. It was terrible, and hence talking about the catastrophe. So what we are going to move on to say is that it's important for me to actually make sure that we welcome our esteemed honorable minister, Deputy Minister, Mr. Buti Manamela, and extending a warm welcome to him as we confirm that we share his vision of deliberately using science, technology, innovation to advance socio-economic transformation and the development of previously marginalized indigenous knowledge forums. Mr. Manamela has served as Deputy Minister from October 2017, and he has been a robust supporter for harnessing technology and innovation. And this is not surprising, considering the fact that his academic background shows us that he completed the Electronic Engineering Honors Program in Public Administration, and hence him being the Deputy Minister for Higher Education, Innovation, and Technology. And he actually has done this in 2008 and attended various, and I mean various labor courses with the DHS ELA from 2002 to 2003, and has grown to the level at which he is. He obtained also a national certificate N5 between 1998 and 2001, and a national senior certificate in 1997. You can imagine how old he is. And then thus, there is definitely no one better to guide us into the future. Ladies and gentlemen, we are truly honored to have him in attendance today, like we always do in our very much acclaimed programs that which we have led by our Catch Me If You Can Industrial CEO and his team, Mr. Yeshan Pillay. And join me in welcoming the Honorable Deputy Minister of Higher Education, Science and Innovation, Mr. Buti Manamela.
Thank you. It's been a marathon of speeches. Thank you so much, Chairperson of Chieta, Ms. Wezi Vilagazi. I'm quite excited to be part of this this activity. So, the CEO of Chieta, together with our DDG for Skills, Mr. Mvalo, Zugile Mvalo. So the three of us were in an organization called the Young Communist League. And one of the things that we did when we were in the Young Communist League was that we went to march to Indlela, the institute, which is in Johannesburg, which was at the time the only institute that was used to assess and provide trade testing for artisans. Today I think we have, how many? 13, 14? 14. 34. But one other thing that we wanted at the time, Sasol had just announced that there will be importing about 2,000 coded welders, and we didn't understand why is it that Sasol would be importing 2,000 welders. I think at the time it was from Malaysia, and when we investigated further, we found out that Sasol was not the only company that was importing welders, and that many other private companies were doing so. They had stopped the training of welders internally as these private companies, and therefore there was a shortage. And so we made a huge noise about it, about the fact that we need to build capacity as a country to train welders. And so this is probably 15 years ago. And I'm happy that the CEO of Chieta, the chairperson and the board of Chieta have ultimately made a mark together with you, the students and the facilitators who have been involved in this project. 115 of you is not a small number. So it excites me that we're already here. But not only that we're here to recognize your completion of this program, but also what the representatives from the QTCO said is also exciting. So we're establishing standards. You are breaking ground in terms of opening opportunities for other young people because of your participation in this program. And I think both the chairperson and the CEO of Chieta and the principals, CEOs of the 6 TVET colleges that are involved, and all the partners who are involved in this, together with the leadership of our 2 DDGs, should not be humble about this achievement, because it is groundbreaking. It means that from 115, we're going to have more students who are participating. That's the first thing. But it also means that we've already set the standards for assessment into the future. So you're going to be holding those who are coming behind you by hand. But thirdly, which is, I think, even more exciting, is the fact that there's potential for not only expanding this into other colleges through collaboration between the colleges and the CETAs and all of that. So it also means more students are likely to participate. So this is a huge achievement that we should not be modest about as the students who went through this project, but also as Chieta, the board, the CEO, and everyone else involved. So really congratulations. So the things he used to throw stones about, now he is using those stones to ensure that he builds and contribute into a skilled nation. So I think it's important that we really recognize that. But what I also want us to recognize, which is important, is that TVET colleges have in the past been regarded as the stepchild of our higher education system. Now this has changed. It has changed greatly, mostly because of the leadership that our minister has provided over the years. He's been Minister of Higher Education since 2009, and then interrupted a bit for a short period and then rejoined the ministry. And part of the priorities has been to make TVET colleges what they are today. Qualifications, if you have a TVET qualifications, it is something you can put on the table and apply for a job, something you can put on a table and start your own business, something that you can put on a table, collaborate with other graduates. And I think it is a thing that we should also not be humble about. I walked briefly, Principal, thank you for taking me through the college, the photovoltaic project, solar photovoltaic project that you have here in the college. Groundbreaking collaboration between our CETAs, local and provincial and national government. That's groundbreaking. And I also saw the incubation center, which is, I ensure that in every college that I go to where there is an incubation center, I want to see what happens in that incubation center. Because what incubation centers do is they help us to graduate students who are not going to go out there with their graduation hat and certificates and say they're unemployed. But it is a stepping stone of ensuring that you become entrepreneurs, that you start your own businesses. We have seen great progress in terms of the potential that TVET graduates are able to get. The mayor was talking about how much an underwater welder earns on a monthly basis, the potential for that. In 2010, when Sasol and other companies were importing coded welders, they were earning top dollar. Plumbers in our country earn top dollar. Now, we've been put into this mentality, we've been framed into this mentality that you have to wear a suit, a tie, have a big corner office, and therefore that defines your success. Now, the future lies in those who are going to wear their boots, who are going to wear their blue overall, who are going to get to work in the different industries where they've graduated at TVET colleges, because that's where the top dollar is. If we check how much do artisans that we graduate, we're producing now close to 20,000 artisans a month, and our objective is to produce 30,000 artisans, a year by 2030. And if you check how much those artisans earn, it's top dollar. But also not only how much they earn, the great potential for them being employed, the great potential for them starting their own businesses, which is where I want to encourage all of you to look into. Yes, most of you will be absorbed. The chairperson of Chieta was telling me that, and with the CEO were telling me that there were a number of students who dropped out, and they were quite worried as to why they dropped out. And they found out that those students were employed as they were busy with this program. So it shows that there's high demand out there. So let's go and use the skill for what it is. So thank you so much for listening, and I'd really want to congratulate you as the students for having completed this program. In particular, the women coded welders who have completed this project. It means that we need to have more and more young women participating in this program. Thank you so much for listening.
We can do better than that. Thank you so much, Deputy Minister, for wonderful words indeed. It's very encouraging for the students and all of us, so that we can motivate others, so that they know about the opportunities that are out there and exactly what we need to do to achieve those opportunities. I will be calling Ms. Moerane Kedish, who will be coming up front here to join me as we go to this particular item of the presentation. She's going to lead us to tell us exactly what we need to do at this time. Thank you, Kedi.
Thank you, Director of Programs. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. All protocol observed. Today is really a day of celebration, and that is why we are here, CEO and Chairperson. So We just wanted to really, I think, celebrate not only the learners, but also the TVET colleges for being the first movers in terms of this pilot project and what we wanted to do. So what I'd like to request for this is that we're going to combine the two sessions. If you could have our chairperson, the DM, as well as the CEOs coming to the front so that we can just shake the TVET college principals' hands. As we, as Chieta, hand them our token of appreciation, we have put together certificates of participation. We're hoping that you will hang them with pride in your offices. But I think on top of that also, we've put together some letters of appreciation for students, which will be distributed by yourselves when we get back. It is really to say that to the learners, thank you for being innovators. Thank you for putting your hands up and really breaking ground, and we do hope that after this more great things will follow, as all the great speakers who have spoken have indicated. So Chair and DM and CEO. So the first TVET college that we want to appreciate, including the learners, it's and I would like to please ask the learners from Boland College to stand as we call Mr. Charles, Miss Normally Zombati, who's representing Mr. Charles Goodwin. The TVET College had 11 learners who enrolled and completed the program. Can I please call Miss Normally Zombati to the stage to shake the leadership's hand, and then we'll hand them over the placard as well as the, if you can. A round of applause, please. A round of applause. Can the learners from Boland stand? They're standing. Oh, sorry. Okay. No, thank you, Miss Mpati. The second college that we are celebrating, including the learners, is the College of Cape Town. The college had 18 learners enrolled on the program. If we can have you standing, please. And we have Dr. Moswaba here to receive the certificate of appreciation. Dr. Moswaba is the principal and CEO of the college. And then a final round of applause for our 18 learners from College of Cape Town standing. Thank you, Dr. Muswana. Next, we have Khatsi Bande. Khatsi Bande had 7 learners on the 7 learners here. And Mr. Mudiba is here. Can we have Khatsi Bande learners who are present? The majority of them, as you've heard, have already been absorbed and at work, and unfortunately could not be with us here today. But do we have any learners from Khatsi Bande with us today? Okay, we don't have any learners, but we celebrate them in absentia. Because they are employed, our CEO emphasizes, so they are not here. Thank you, Ndade Mudiba. Up next, celebrating the Maluti TVET College learners. The college had 15 learners enrolled on the program. If the learners are here, can you please stand for that so that we recognize and celebrate you? And then call Mr. Zodezi to the podium to receive the certificate and the placard. Thank you, Ndade Zodezi. Up next is Umfolozi TVET College. Can we have the learners? There was 18 learners on the program, and here to receive the recognition is Mr. Jomo Jacobs from. My apology, I didn't receive the change in the name in terms of the representation. Ma'am, if you could please come up to receive the placards. We've also baptized her and changed her name. She's now Mr. Jabo Jacobs. You'll stand in for Mr. Jacobs. 2 minutes name changes, Mr. DDG. Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Another round of applause for learners. And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to recognize, celebrate, and honor the West Coast TVET College, our host, who had 13 learners on the program. And to receive the appreciation on their behalf is the Principal and CEO, Mr. Lungisa Mbulawa. Can the learners please stand from the college? Yeah, you can. I think they.
We're all tall.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mbua, and thank you. That were the 6 colleges as well as the learners that we are appreciating today.
Thank you so much, Ms. Morwane. Let's give her a round of applause. There's a lot of clapping of hands today, eh? We lose nothing, we are exercising. Thank you so much. Is the choir still here? Are they gone? They are not going to be paid. No, I thought we deserve something so that we can vibe a bit. But since they are not here, tough luck. I was trying at least to give them chance to sing. So thank you so much. With that being said, I will then be calling up DDG Mvalo to do the closing remarks. I forgot other names, so forgive me.
While indeed, Program Director, you are forgiven. Well, DM, I will dispense with all protocols. I should think we might run ourselves redundant if I would also continue with protocols, Program Director.
obviously, except to acknowledge the Deputy Minister of Higher Education, Science and Innovation, the Executive Mayor of our municipality who was with us earlier on, as well as the Ward Councillor, the landlord of this ward, who's also with us. Then I shall say all protocol observed. So mine is quite very short because I'm told I must do closing remarks. And my speech only arrived when I was here in front. So that is making my life to be very easy. So that I can scan through my speech, which has been just given to me some 15 minutes ago. All what I can say, ladies and gentlemen, is that we are pleased with this initiative by the Chieta as well as our important partners. They were mentioned, almost each and every speaker mentioned our important partners. At the time, as the post-school education and training system, we are prioritizing expanded access to post-school education and training opportunities, improved efficiency and success of the system, improved quality provisioning, and a responsive post-school system. When I was just looking into these variables, I found that we can just tick with the program of coded welding, which our learners concluded quite very successfully. I must make mention that the 4IR, Fourth Industrial Revolution, is not a social phenomenon with a predetermined trajectory. While many commentators seek to highlight the negative social consequences of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, we believe that the social effects of the Fourth Industrial Revolution depend predominantly on how we as South Africans choose to harness. And I should think it's an testament what we have just observed here earlier on with regard to the implications of the Fourth Industrial Revolution. We will know quite very well, almost all of us, that during 2021, what we call is COVID-19 global health pandemic visited our shores. We closed almost everything. So we are now taking lessons that we have learned in COVID-19 global health pandemic to say we can even, do more, as we have done during the time when almost everything was closed in our country, teaching and learning as well as workplaces. The fourth IR is inspiring new ways of working, learning, and thinking. Exactly what you're observing today with this program. New skills obviously will be required, and leverage these new technologies at our disposal. Fortunately, a central characteristics of being a human being is our ability to imagine a world beyond the reality we are currently experiencing. As a country, therefore, we need to embrace a new social contract to leverage the opportunities of the Fourth Industrial Revolution to achieve the vision of the National Development Plan. If we do not do this, the compounding risks we face threaten to undermine all the progress we've made as a country since our democratic breakthrough in 1994. We therefore wish for the massification of the project of this nature. I know in all our conversation earlier on, that is what we're talking about, to say we need really to massify this project, not only in 6 colleges, but then if it's possible into all other colleges. So we therefore deeply thank everyone who has contributed and made this project a success it is. As inscribed in our NDP, making it work is our collective responsibility. As all South Africans seek a better future for themselves and their children. I thank you. I said I will be short because the speech was just delivered to me in 15 minutes, so I could not go through to the entire speech. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Didi Jimvalo. Deputy Minister has indicated that it was a marathon of speeches. So I guess this was done deliberately. Thank you so much. This then brings us to the end of the program. This program was meant to end at 20 to 2, and my time now is 20 past 1. I don't know whether this is good performance or bad performance. Oh, it's good performance. Oh, thank you so much. That's your performance bonus right there. Thank you so much. And I would also like to extend my gratitude to all the speakers of the day without mentioning names. Thank you so much. We really had a good a program. I would also like to thank myself for running this program. Can you clap for me? Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who participated to really make this day a success. Those who were working behind the curtains without mentioning their names. We know that it is through your hard work that we had a successful program for today. Now, as we will all be rising, I will be asking our VIPs, somebody will be leading them to the room which is prepared. May we please rise as we allow them to depart.
I will follow the leaders.
Follow the leader.
Thank you so much. We may take our seats. The last announcement that I have is that lunch is served at the back. What we should not do is just to cause commotion. I was told that there is enough food for days. So you must just get your food late, but you will definitely get your food. So thank you so much. Let us just orderly go and serve ourselves, and we can come back and sit on our seats. Thank you so much.